Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Wrap-up game of the series, Rays and the Orioles. And here is the lineup for Baltimore. Tyler O'Neill leads it off, followed by Pete Alonso, the DH, and then Jackson Holliday, Kobe Mayo in the cleanup spot, batting in front of Gunnar Henderson. It will be Encarnacion Strand at third, Jeremiah Jackson in left. Narvaez will do the catching. Christian Franklin in center field will bat ninth.
Well, for Shane McClanahan, let's take a look at his season numbers. Making his 21st start, looking for win number 10. Outstanding whip right here of 1-1-2. We talked about in the last 5 starts him doing a good job of keeping the ball in the yard. Well, he's done a pretty good job of that all season long. Just 7 home runs given up on his season, and that covers 99 innings.
And here is the first pitch. Swung on and lifted into right field. Towering fly ball, and Ryan Valade is right there, making a little adjustment there at the last moment. Put it away, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now let's take a look at the mix for Shane McClanahan, and that 4-seam fastball, that certainly sets the tone. But this changeup, boy, it has been so effective, as it has for so many of these Rays pitchers. Forget starters, the whole staff using that pitch very effectively. Slider, curveball, and that fastball sits right there at 96 miles an hour. Still has the really good velocity, excellent movement and life on that pitch.
Here's Pete Alonso taking the first pitch fastball for a strike. Well, not a ton of at-bats in this lineup against McClanahan, but Alonso, one of the guys with more than anybody else, 8 at-bats. There's a ground ball to short. Mateo up with that one, and he whoops it to first. 2 up and 2 down.
Well, let's set the rest of the Rays defense for you in and outfield left to right. We've got Chandler Simpson, Cedric Mullins, and Ryan Valade. Infield third to first. Looks like this: Junior Caminero, Jorge Mateo, Richie Palacios, and Jonathan Aranda, with Liam Hicks getting the call behind the plate.
And here is Jackson Holliday, left on left, out of the third spot. And there's a strike. 95. Top of the zone right there. Pretty close. 1-1. '96. Wide. 2-1. A little close there. 3 balls and a strike. McClanahan coming off 3 innings for Durham on Tuesday. 3 perfect innings. Ground ball down to first, or right side to Palacios, and his throw to first. Holliday is out of there, and when we come back, the big 3 for the Rays: Diaz, Aranda, Caminero coming up.
The Colonel.
Today's lineup brought to you by Orlando Health. That's Yandy Diaz head to the plate, followed by Jonathan Aranda and Junior Caminero. Liam Hicks sits cleanup. Chandler Simpson, Ryan Valade, Cedric Mullins, Richie Palacios, and Jorge Mateo will bat ninth.
Well, how about the season that Brandon Young is putting together for the Orioles? Record of 9-3 in his 20 starts. The team right there, look at that record, 16-4 when he takes the mound. ERA of 3.33.
First pitch inside off the plate.
You did see that whip of 1.32, so there will be some opportunities for the Rays lineup as you take a look at his mix. He likes that fastball, 94 miles an hour. Good success with that pitch too.
1-1.
40% of the time. Batting average against 195. He's another big guy, 6 feet 6 inches tall. Pretty significant lowering of his arm angle.
2-1, Yandy looking him over.
What that's done, it hasn't done a lot with the velocity. It hasn't done a ton with the carry, but it has given him 3-4 inches more run. to the arm side. I think that combined with better location with that pitch is why he's had success with it as opposed to a season ago.
Well, I'll tell you, he'll be challenged by the top part of this Rays lineup. When you look at what they've done game after game. And, oh, a strike call. Yandy thought he had drawn the walk there. The count's going to be full. Yandy at 302, third best in the American League. Fouls it back. Back the Rays, when you look at Yandy, third in the league at hitting at 302. And behind him, Aranda, who's seventh in the league now in hitting. And there is ball four. And the Rays get the base runner. A man aboard.
Well, Young did have 41 walks and 113 and 2/3. Not a terribly high number, but again, we talked about the whip. He walks and hits per innings pitched. He is going to give this team some opportunities. Leadoff base runner's always good.
Now Aranda fouls the fastball back. But tough to find 300 hitters. In fact, Aranda, as we mentioned, seventh in the league. He's hitting 285. That's seventh best.
You got Chandler up there too. So you've got at least three at the top seven.
That's it. Two now.
Well, listen, you're coming into play yesterday, and I'm not assuming that it really changed. Foul ball right down the middle. Two fastballs that caught a lot of plate that Aranda's fouled off. You know, the Rays led Major League Baseball in team batting average. You know, coming into play, pretty high in all of the rest. You know, on base percentage, OPS.
High fly ball into left will send Jackson back a few steps. Still had some carry. Boy, he got great carry, and now a tag. Yandy's going to try to go to second. He is safe.
I'm going to tell you right now, that was a great job of Yandy Diaz taking advantage of Jeremiah Jackson. There was no sense of urgency. I mean, he caught that ball and even didn't get the throw off for a minute. Yandy's watching this right here. I mean, he had no thought of Yandy tagging up there. And Yandy takes advantage. He goes back, he's watching, he knows he's deep. Doesn't look like he really, look at that's what he's like, wait a minute, he's not really going to throw it.
And you know who was in his ear? Corey Dickerson, the Rays first base coach. The swing and miss by Caminero.
Boy,
boy, that's some heads up base running and not so heads up on the other side of things.
And I'm sure that's what Corey Dickerson was telling Yandy.
Yep.
Hey, he's flat-footed and not getting that ball back in. Go.
Line drive to short. And out there as Yandy gets back in at second. Henderson making the catch. Take a look there.
Yeah, and Jackson just had no idea. And Dickerson's coaching him all the way to second base.
Great job there. And here's Hicks with a chance. We'll have to do it with 2 outs. Breaking ball is a strike. It's been a frustrating series for the Rays, and they have a chance here early. Little pop-up, and they're not going to score here. Pop to Henderson, and the Rays leave Yandy at second. No score.
Back inside Tropicana Field. Well, Dwayne and B.A., you can tell the clubhouse, the Rays, everyone, they're so excited to have pitcher Shane McClanahan back on the mound. Talking with Rays manager Kevin Cash, he said they're looking for him to give that spark for this Rays club. Nick Martinez mentioning that he's one of the best competitors on this team, and he's back in sport for the first time since July 30th due to that back tightness that landed him on the injury list. Now, McClanahan had a very good showing in AAA Durham. Cash noted that those 3 hitless innings definitely gave the green light. He also noted +1 is a great start for him today, and then from there it's about taking it inning and inning as the Rays look to come away with the win here against Baltimore, guys.
Yeah, as you look down the remaining games on this schedule, to get McClanahan back is a major lift for this team. They're positioned well right now, starting the day 5.5, 6 in the loss column up in the division. And boy, to be able to send a healthy McClanahan out there every turn, boy, that's a big lift.
Well, there it is. The Yankees winning that ball game yesterday in extra innings have closed within 5.5, 6 in the loss column.
Uh-oh, long shot here off the bat of Mayo, and he connected there. Wow, that's some kind of shot, and Mayo hits his 16th home run of the year. They are calling that shot at 468.
Every bit of it. He got all of it. Leveraged swing. Tall, lanky, quick bat. Catch the ball out front. Look at this carry. Did they used to do the pregame show out there? I think he hit it onto the old pregame show set.
I think they did. I mean, they'd be ducking.
Yeah.
Or maybe catching it.
That may have been the Rooms to Go lounge.
Chopped by the mound. Mateo toward the middle there at shortstop making that play. And Henderson is the first out. Well, that shot, the longest home run at Tropicana Field this year. Well, you can see rebounding off that that board out there, that ribbon board. Encarnacion Strand. And that drops low. How about that? Mayo now at 468. And the next three belong to Junior Caminero. High pop up. It's going to be right back foul out of play. 2-1.
Good. That gives him something to shoot for. Got a few more homestands for Junior to surpass that. Go 470 plus.
And you know that will be in his mind for sure.
Every at bat until the end of the season.
1. Well, he's just competitive that way.
All right. We've got dueling colors on the neck.
A high pop right side. Ronda will take care of that. He had to wait a long time for that one to come down.
Got way underneath that. Encarnacion Strand, we've seen in this series that ball will jump off his bat. Well, it certainly did up into the rafters here.
Now Jeremiah Jackson. A little over 230 on the year, 7 home runs. Not get to that fastball up at 96. And couldn't get to that one either. 0-2.
Just challenge. 96 and powers it right through the zone, right through the swing. Jackson has to be thinking he wouldn't dare throw that again, would he? Might.
And it's fouled back.
See how
he did in 97.
Yeah, and Jackson completely shortened up on the swing. That was just a try to make contact. Not nearly as big of a swing, and we'll see if Shane uses that to go to something off speed here. Looks like they're going to. He took it.
And it's down 1-2.
I love that idea. Fastball, elevated fastball, foul ball, go to the changeup. It just came out a little bit too low out of the hand, and it was an easier take.
going to be out of play. 1-2. Another foul ball out of play. No go there. The count goes to 2-2. And there it is, the breaking ball strikes him out. And when we come back, it will be Chandler Simpson to lead off for the Rays. Kurds in the third. If the Rays score a run in the third inning, you score free Wisconsin cheese curds. And in the bottom of the second inning, the Rays will have Simpson, Valade, and Mullins coming up. Any deeper, it would be Palacios. Where Simpson, second leading hitter in the league at 309. Goes after the first one, fouling it away. He has hit since the All-Star break 410.
It's taken that average up to 309, which is second in the American League. I'll tell you, Baltimore, not so much now, but those first couple of pitches, boy, they concerned about him dropping the bunt. Encarnacion Strand is, was about 10, 12 feet in on the turf. He's obviously going to play a little bit back now with 2 strikes, probably not going to bunt. Mayo was playing at the cut of the turf. This is a little more standard now.
One and two. Just take a look at what he has done this month.
Our Toyota trend, even better, 444. Jack Caglione's caught fire, 407 with some serious juice.
It's a high chop to short. Henderson with the throw to first gets him. That's the first out.
That has to scare every infielder. When Chandler chops the ball into the turf or into the dirt, the clock starts ticking. The clock starts ticking, and you start getting a little anxious, realizing I've got to get it and throw. And Henderson does a great job of it there. We saw earlier in this series where Jackson Holliday, playing second base, took one step back and turned it into an infield hit. How dangerous it can be.
Ryan Valade is playing right field tonight for the Rays. Takes the first pitch in. There you go. Fastest in the majors from home to first.
Well, there you go. That's why. That's why he takes routine ground balls and turns them into either really close plays at first, or some of them he turns into hits. He had the same thing last year, and I think the time may have been the same. He was fastest home to first a season ago.
Foul ball. That's going to be into the upper deck. Straight back, 1-2. Squared at 2-2. Well, there's the distance on the home run yesterday. It's out to play 441 feet. Valade's 10th home run of the year. Been interesting to watch some of these players and what the production has been on this Rays club.
He's a big, strong guy, and he got that bat through the zone, got his arms extended. Here's the thing too. You think about, we talked about Victor Mesa Jr. just a couple of games ago, and he had 10 home runs in 155 at-bats. Now, a few more than that. And Vlade, his 10 home runs have come in 180 at-bats.
How about that?
Right.
Oh, that breaking ball and a good one strikes him out swinging. That's the second out. But you're right, that home run rate, those two hitters.
Right.
I mean, you think about, you can't help but start to project forward. You got two players here the Rays picked up and showing that kind of power.
And guess what? One's a left-handed hitter, one's a right-handed hitter. And if you take those number of at-bats over a full season, or maybe not even a full season.
Bunt by Mullins, going to be tough to get him. And it skips by. Down toward the bullpen it goes. Mullins will wind up at second on the bunt single. And moves up on that ball, skipping by first.
Yeah, listen, Brandon Young had no play. The only play was Encarnacion Strand, and the ball bounces away from him. If the ball bounces straight up, he's got a chance. But as he comes in, watch how he has to reach back for it on this bounce. Boom, now he's got to reach back and then try to throw. That ball took a funny little hop there in the turf. Right, watch this. Now, if that's right at him, he's got a chance. But him having to reach back like that, then guess what? That forces the bad throw. Throwing from a really bad arm angle, and that allows Mullins with 2 outs to get into scoring position.
So the Rays have Mullins at second. Here's Palacios. First pitch, and he sends a fly ball to center for Christian Franklin. He makes the catch, and the Rays leave a man through 2. It's 1-0 Baltimore. With the first Rays hit of this game and every hit this season, Suncoast Credit Union donates $79 to local nonprofits. Visit suncoast.com/Rays for more information. We're through 2. It's a 1-0 game, Baltimore. Carlos Narvaez opens inning 3 against Shane McClanahan. The first pitch here is a strike call. Right by him. Not only 95, but he had a little action on that one.
A little action, and that swing from Narvaez got really big. I think that may be the trouble with him, that average of 175, taking big swings all the time.
And this one lifted high, not all that deep to left, and Chandler Simpson makes the catch.
But for a lot of players, that's the name of the game, the big swing.
Yep.
You know, that's what's interesting about the game today is you're starting to see a little bit more of two-strike approach. Guys shortening up a little bit and looking to put the ball in play and try to make something happen. You see it all over the Rays lineup.
Yeah, and I just think that's a fun kind of baseball. And from a fan point of view, I think they appreciate that more than let's strike out and walk.
Yeah, and I think that it's a winning brand of baseball. If you have a nice mix, you know, moving the baseball, making something happen, finding some holes here or there.
I'll tell you, you start to see, you get the opportunity to see more of the skill set that all of these guys have.
Yeah.
And that's hitters, pitchers, and defenders as well. It's the aesthetics of the game mean a lot as well.
Yeah, can the pitcher make the pitch?
Yeah.
Can the hitter shorten on the swing and just try to move the baseball, make something happen? Can that defender make the play? Yeah.
When you have all of that, you exemplify the beauty of the game. 3-1. That's all we have to say about that.
You don't like the 3 true outcomes?
Well, you know, not if you can see this and make it successful. I'll tell you, fans love it. Now it's a full count, 3-2.
Yeah, I think that's the feel, and I think that's the feel with the Rays. You know, that because they're starting to do that is you can have it all.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I mean, the Rays the home run has not been a big part of their game. I'll tell you this, though. Since the beginning of July, it has been. They're right at the top of the leaderboard in homers since July.
Oh, nice stop there. Mateo will get it to first, but not quite in time. Great effort by Jorge Mateo there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I was surprised he got to that ball, showing some really good range. And now you've got to make that throw, but you've got a guy that's coming up the line, and he is flying. Hopper just didn't get there in time. I don't think there was a throw that was going to be able to get Franklin the way that he was running.
Yeah, you need Roberto Clemente's arm to get him on that. Oh, runner goes, good jump, throw down, and he's going to be in there with a stolen base.
Not wasting any time, and that's the 14th stolen base given up by Shane McClanahan in 17 attempts. So as fast as he was running up that first baseline, he's like, you know what? He never got stopped either. He had a moving lead, and that made it easier.
So with one out, a man in scoring position. Oh, 2 on O'Neill.
You know, here's the thing that I always found: at being a left-handed pitcher, you're looking at the base runner.
Yep.
And I always found that if he wanted to get antsy, if you literally just made eye contact with him, stare right into his eyes for a split second, he shapes up. He stops dancing around.
And O'Neill caught looking right there. I get what you're saying. I think you're absolutely right.
It's like a teacher in class.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if you're just looking over at the area, he's still doing his thing.
Yeah.
If you make eye contact, you're kind of letting him know enough.
Yeah. Well, it stopped me in the classroom.
There you go. That right?
Yeah.
I know.
So, runner at second, 2 outs. Alonso takes ball 1. Yeah, you know all the tricks out there on the mound.
Well, I had lots of base runners. I learned them all. Had a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if you practice something enough, Dwayne, you get pretty good at it.
Yeah.
If you have lots of traffic on the bases, you develop a pretty good move.
2-0 the count here on Alonso. Ball 3 played off the change. Well, Alonso now 3 for 9 in his career against McClanahan with a homer and 3 runs batted in.
And he is on some kind of heater. We talked about him in the pregame show.
And he's swinging right there, lifting a high fly ball to left, not quite to the track, and Chandler makes the catch out there. A man left, bottom of the 3rd coming. 1-0. Rooms to go. Don't miss the Labor Day sale going on now. And by Suncoast Credit Union, score fee-free checking with more perks to save big. Open your account at suncoast.com. Treasure Island, more of the beauty of this area. I don't know if we want to show it off a lot.
Not that shot. That is
beauty,
too inviting.
Isn't it? Wow. Well, here's Mateo trying to put down a bunt. Jorge Mateo bunts foul. Strike 1. Interesting acquisition here, I think. Mateo, we know what he can do at shortstop. You know, he can run. Pretty good pickup here, I think.
Yeah. I mean, kind of an under the radar, and I don't think that the Rays were the only team in on him.
Yep.
The fact that he was even available. You know, you had a lot
of.
I
wonder about.
Yeah. You know, a number of contending teams.
Yeah.
Knocking on his door.
Just there on that fastball up. 1-2. Good shortstop. He can run. Athletic.
That kind of fits the Rays position player profile.
Yep. It back. Tell you this, the Rays are always busy. You know, always looking. Final back. And most of the time, They're making good decisions, I'll tell you.
They know what they're looking for. You know, they know how to build a team. They know what they're looking for. They know the skill set. You know, they identify strengths that they feel like maybe are being underutilized. They feel like they can shore up a weakness.
Yep.
I mean, they do a great job of that, especially in building a team.
Ball right back, still 2-2.
I remember at the beginning of the year, you know, you and I looking at each other. Of course, we're like, okay, the pitching's spoken for. They'll figure out a way to have a really good bullpen. But what's the lineup? What is their identity? And it took a few weeks into the season, and then you started to see it. And you're like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And then here you go, one of the more versatile offenses in the game.
A little tapper off the mound. That's Young with the throw to first. You know, the Rays always seem to be at least a half step ahead of trends in the game. And you know, used to be, well, you got to have your best hitters got to hit number 3, your big power guys, the cleanup guy, big swing and miss. And they're going, yeah, that's fine, but you know, we'll do a couple other things other than that. And they continue to do that.
Yeah.
You see the trends in the game, and you know, they're right. If they're not the first to do it, they're like the second to do it. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And then you get a lot of teams behind there going, hey, I think we'll try that. Strike here to Yandy.
Imitation is the sincerest form.
Flattery.
There you go.
There it is.
Well, how about this? I mean, how many teams, like, you know, anybody, are going to run Chandler Simpson out in the 3-hole?
Yes.
He's never hit a home run in his life. I shouldn't say his life, but in his big league life.
Yep.
3-hole. And it works.
Ball in a check swing. You know, and you used to think, well, leadoff guys. You know, we want a guy who could get on base, maybe not a home run hitter, just get on base, some speed, maybe steal second. You'd have that number 2 guy, good hit behind the runner guy.
Right.
All of those. Forget all that.
That is so out the window.
Yeah.
So yesterday.
Yep. You got Yandy here. Guy could hit a home run. Now you got Aranda next, then Caminero.
Pete Alonso led off in this series for the first time in his career.
How about that, huh? I just find it fascinating because, as we know, and we've sat up here and watched it develop, and really what made this franchise as successful as it's been on the field, just thinking outside the box and not being afraid to make some moves that no one else made. Oh, what a shot into right center field, and that baby's gone. Home run by Yandy Diaz, number 18, and this game is tied. Well, Yandy rounding the bases there. 3rd in the league in hitting, and now that's his 18th home run of the year. Well, that drive shot out of a cannon right there.
I mean, he's got left-handed pull power to the opposite field. That's how strong he is.
Aranda takes a strike.
Orlando Health slow-mo replay. We talked about Brandon Young and how good he has been with that 4-seamer all season long. Not so much there.
One. He knew it too. Get rid of that bat. One and 2. Well, there's the all-time home run list for the Rays. Yandy 1 behind B.J. Upton right now. 117. Evan Longoria, top home run hitter in the franchise. 2-2 to Aranda. And the count all the way out to 3-2. And that's a shot deep into right center field, and Aranda hits that one off the top of the wall, just below the yellow line, and he has a two-base hit.
Brandon Young is effective with that four-seam fastball when it's at the top of the zone or just beyond. So he misses two above the zone, and he's going to try to get back into the zone. And watch where this pitch ends up. And Aranda takes it right off the top of the padding out there in deep right center field. Trying to find the zone again, and he just brings it right into the swing of Aranda. Right off the padding and
how about that?
The fencing of the top of the wall there.
How about the expression right there? Priceless of that young fan.
And then the other one that was just completely dumbfounded.
Yeah.
You had both ends of the emotional spectrum.
That is so good. What a photo that would be. So the double, number 20 for Aranda. The Rays have tied the game with the home run from Yandy. And here's Junior Caminero. Sharply hit on the ground. That's Holiday. And second, over to third goes Aranda. Let's take a look at the young fans out there.
Got there. Got there.
We got another little guy peeking around. Great stuff.
He's got a Dodgers jersey on. He does have the Jonathan Aranda headband, though.
Now, Hicks takes a strike. How about that trio out there, youngsters? Great conversations. I mean, how exciting that is for them to see that ball coming in their direction.
Yeah, yeah, and both of them wishing for a couple of more feet.
Yeah. Go. Came close out there. 1-1 to Hicks. 2 outs now. And that's ball 2, 2-1. Well, Rays with 3 hits. They have a single from Mullins, the homer from Yandy, and the double from Aranda. And that pitch is wide. All they need now is a triple to hit for the cycle as a team here in the first 3 innings of this game. And Hicks does have 1 triple, so it's not impossible. Full count. Simpson waiting on deck. Oh, and a cut and a miss. Breaking ball got him. The Rays leave a man at third, but they pick up the home run from Yandy Diaz. Yandy's 18th of the year, and we are tied.
It's the fun.
Since the Rays scored in the 3rd inning, you win free cheese curds. Redeem the offer in your delicious rewards account for free medium cheese curds with Culver's purchase, valid through tomorrow at participating Tampa Bay restaurants. Jackson Holiday leads off here in the fourth. 1 ball, no strike count. Shane back with the next one. There's a strike. 1-1. Mayo will be next, and then Henderson. A liner, base hit into right field, and Holiday is on. Third hit allowed by McClanahan.
With that changeup, that ball just kind of floats middle in, and I'll tell you, Holiday's had some big hits as of late. He's had some big hits in this series. Of course, had the big hit in yesterday's ball game against Garrett Clevenger, left on left, that tied the ball game up, and kind of at that point opened the door for the Orioles to run away with that game.
Well, Mayo hit that long home run in the second. 2-0 count here in the fourth.
Well, watch him catch this out front. I mean, that ball was just waylaid. Got that front foot down, perfect timing. Furthest ball hit in the building this year.
There's a strike, 2-1. And the look at that, 5th longest in the major leagues this season. Longest here at Tropicana Field. And take it, that StatCast has a breakout there. Look, since 2015, and Mike Zunino, remember that 472 shot, and then Mayo hitting that long home run here in the second inning. Now a full count on him.
Yeah, that was as long as the home run that Marcell Ozuna hit.
Yeah.
That almost took down the Banners.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure that.
Yeah, that you, well, not sure from the beginning. You've never bought that.
I know. I'm thinking more 568.
Another hot shot. This one by third. It'll be extra bases. Second and third now. Holiday at third, and Mayo hit another screamer right there up that left field line.
Tell you, he's hit some balls hard in this series and doesn't have a lot to show for it until tonight. Another changeup, but look where it is again. The one to Holiday was left up. That one right there to Mayo was left up. He gets a really good look at it. You know, and it's funny because Junior right there had the right height to catch that. That ball was already behind him. It was hit so hard.
You know, coming in through the first 20 starts, the changeup, when you look at the opposition hitting against that pitch, it was extremely effective for McClanahan.
It just can't be when it's in that location.
Yep.
You know, both of those were left up. Listen, this team knows that that's a big pitch for him, and he will use it to both righties and lefties. So, you know, they've got that earmarked. And so now all of a sudden when you pick up that spin and now it's up, it's around the belt, around the thighs, those are the ones, the last two, that have been hit hard and have given them a chance to retake the lead.
Now Gunnar Henderson, and we know how tough he's been against the Rays, taps it foul, strike one.
Maybe the worm started to turn a little bit. How about this, Casey Legumina?
He's up. Yep.
You know, it has been a couple of weeks since Shane started in the big leagues, and the one rehab start that he had was 3 innings.
Yep. Yeah, so perfect innings at Durham.
You knew he'd be limited, but this even feels limited, more limited.
Well, he's now a little over 50 pitches, mid-50s pitches. Infield close, pulled up a bit. Holiday at third, Mayo at second. One ball, 2 strikes. shot going to be foul. He had some distance on that one, but fortunately for the Rays, he pulled it foul. Cut and miss. Left on left changeup. And Henderson is out on strikes. And out of the dugout comes Kevin Cash. And the Rays are going to make a bullpen move here.
He had to be feeling it. Yeah, he stayed. He gave him a stay and a thumbs up, and it wasn't enough.
Yep. So the pitching change coming back in a moment.
It's the final day.
Well, Shane McClanahan departs after 3 1/3. He leaves a couple men on base, 1 out in the inning.
Surprised? A little
surprised.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same.
Legomena in here now with the infield up and both men in scoring position. And the strike, Christian Encarnacion Strand up here. Foul the other way, 0-2. Legomena in the game on Saturday pitched 2 scoreless innings with 4 strikeouts. And with the right-handed bat of Encarnacion Strand, he's in here. Jackson, another right-handed bat, due next. He's fouled right back. Lifted up the right side. That's going to be a foul ball and will be out of play. So big move by the Rays here in the 4th. McClanahan gave up the base hit to Holiday, the double to Mayo, then got the strikeout of Gunnar Henderson. Now Legomena, the ground ball up the middle, through into center. Holiday is going to score. Mayo will head to the plate. 2 runs cross the plate here for Baltimore. And it's now 3-1.
I want you to take a look at the swing of Encarnacion Strand. The upshoot fastball, and watch him get on top of it. That ball's up at the letters. That's just a great job by Encarnacion Strand. Gets on top of a tough pitch, levels out the swing, and is able to get that sharply hit ball through the middle of the field. He had thrown a couple of other fastballs up there that have been fouled off, and Encarnacion Strand made the adjustment during the course of the AB, and that netted him 2 runs batted in.
Jackson fouls it out of play.
You take a big swing at that pitch, you're either going to foul it off or pop it up. He went short. He went on top of it. That was a nice job.
Pitch in on him, and he fouls this one. Too wide, 1-2, fastball. Legomena coming into this one had retired 15 of the last 16 he had faced, including all 6 hitters he faced Saturday. He gets the strikeout here. Gives up the base hit to drive in 2, and now he'll face Carlos Narvaez.
Well, Orlando Health slow-mo replay, that 4-seam fastball. That's that upshoot that we're talking about. He's able to run it up and in on Jackson. His 2nd strikeout of the night.
strike. Well, Holiday and Mayo have scored. 2 outs with Encarnacion Strand at first. Foul. 2. Oh, that pitch up and in, and checking. That's going to be a foul ball, I believe. It sounded foul, and both dugouts here.
That's what Cash is saying.
Wondering
like,
what's up here.
Yeah. You know, even if a hitter gets hit, but he does that in the course of taking a swing, it's a swing. And let's see, that ball right off the knob of the bat.
Yep. And
we're going to give him first.
We're going to rule out a hit batter. Well, that will push Encarnacion Strand to second. Narvaez takes over at first. Now it's Christian Franklin. There's a strike for the Rays. Trying to limit the damage here in this inning in the 4th to just the 2 runs. And a tapper left side, barehanded pickup and thrown. It's wide. Whoa, what a pick by Aranda over at first. If he doesn't come up with that, 2 more runs score, and Franklin would wind up second and maybe third. That's going to be a hit.
Yeah, Junior's charging. He's trying to time everything up, and then he reaches. Everything just took a little bit too long. And then you rush the throw, and Aranda has to make the backhand stop right there, or, yeah, big-time trouble.
Great job by Aranda over there on the infield hit. Conference on the mound. Well, Rays season membership isn't just a seat. It's your place in Rays history. Be first in line for postseason tickets, exclusive member pricing, and the opportunity to claim your place in the forever home of the Rays. Secure your seat for 2027 at RaysBaseball.com/memberships. Well, a big spot now in this game. It's a 2-run game in the 4th. The bases are now loaded with 2 outs in the top of the order. Tyler O'Neill. Romina. It's a foul ball there behind Buck Britton down there at the third base coaching box. Strike 1. Into left, he jammed him. Simpson is going to be there to make the catch. 2 runs. They leave him loaded. 3-1 Baltimore.
It's the Rooms to Go Labor Day mattress sale. So,
well, Union Home Mortgage drone cam is out again. More beauty here in the Tampa Bay area. Sunset Beach right there. I'm telling you, we're going to get more and more people driving in.
Haven't we already?
We have, and we just continue to carry on. Here's a bunt up that third base side. Rolling, rolling, rolling. That's going to stay fair. How about that? Chandler Simpson with the perfect bunt is aboard to begin the bottom of the 4th.
That is a home field, finely manicured field. And right here, this was the only play for Encarnacion Strand. You're not going to make a play on Chandler. So you hope it hits the turf right there and kicks foul. It does not. That is just perfection.
And so the Rays get a base runner to open the inning. Here's Ryan Valade. It's fouled back.
You know, and as I was saying it, I thought I would come back and explain it, but we talk about the finely manicured home field.
Yes.
Yeah, that same role would work for Baltimore too. So it's not really a home field advantage if they have a guy or two that can bunt. But certainly the Rays, that's a big part of their game.
Yep.
And they will do it at any time. Bunt for hits, bunt to get a runner or runners over, safety squeeze.
Yep, and that's what, 12, a dozen bunts now for Simpson, bunt hits.
Why not?
He is now 16 of his last 33. Well, get a guy on base. Hey, Rays got out of that spot in the top of the inning, allowing just the 2 runs, so it's a 3-1 game. And that bunt single gets Valade up there. Upstairs, ball 2 strikes. And again away with the pitch off the plate. 2-2. Lead over there that time by Chandler is back in.
Well, how about our Ford Keys this month? They have certainly ramped up the number of stolen base attempts, and they have been quite successful. 22 out of 23.
Runner goes, and the throw down. Oh, they're going to get it. He went in head first. Holiday put the tag on him.
That was the most poorly timed Ford Keys season. And Chandler, he hasn't been thrown out hardly at all, but he got a slow start. Did you see that right there? A slow start. There was almost like a false start, and that gave Narvaez a chance. And boy, he got rid of that ball quickly. Nice catch and tag there by Holiday.
Tampa Bay is challenging the outcall at second and a possible hit by pitch.
Yeah, the Rays challenging that call at second to begin with, and a potential hit by pitch on the sleeve of Valade.
The play at second isn't even close. He's out. I mean, that's not even close. But the pitch, you see Narvaez.
So the Mazda manager challenge underway here. And here's the possibility of Valade being hit by that pitch.
Up and in. Doesn't catch anything. I mean, the fact that he's wearing a dark sleeve underneath that jersey, it's real tough to tell. Nothing definitive. I mean, I don't.
The tag at second.
Yeah, he's out. I mean, this isn't going to go anywhere, unfortunately.
And Valade apparently instituted the challenge on being hit by the pitch.
Going to go 0 for 2, D-Wayne, unfortunately.
Getting the full explanation.
Yeah. There's a lot at stake here.
From headquarters, apparently.
Could you just print that?
After review, the possible hit by pitch will stand. That will be 3-2. The play at second is confirmed. The runner's out. Tampa Bay will lose their challenge.
So the Rays lose the challenge. Simpson out, caught stealing at second base, and Valade will be up there with a 3-2 count. And so the bases are empty with one gone. Malade shoots it down the right side. That's going to be out of play. A closer look at that pitch.
Watch the seams. You just don't see any movement or redirection at all. And it's really tough to tell with that sleeve being so dark.
Fly ball back into straightaway center. Franklin's going to go back to the wall. Gone! Home run to center by Ryan Balay. Balay hit his 11th home run. Hit one in the 4th in the game yesterday. Hits one in the 4th here tonight. And it's 3-2 Baltimore.
Couldn't be happier that you lost the challenge. I mean, that fastball again, the four-seamer, keeps at the top of the zone. And Balay, we saw his power yesterday, where you saw it right there too, straightaway center field, even a little bit towards right center.
Mullins takes a strike. Well, we were talking before the game, and when you look at Mason Jr. and Balay and what they've done in limited at bats, that's encouraging power.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Balay now with 11 homers and just over 180 at bats. You've got Victor Mason Jr. with 10 home runs and around 160 at bats. Over a full season, that's 30 plus. That's 35 homers a year for both of them.
I mean,
and you platoon. I mean, it's.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
And a wave and miss. That split disappeared. Mullins' bat could not find it. Second out of the inning.
Well, there is that split grip, and you can see how that ball comes out. Not a lot of spin on it.
Richie Palacios. Ball one. Pitch stays wide. Breaking pitch would not bite. That's Tyler Wells up in the bullpen. He had been up earlier and is up again for the Rays. Now 3-0. Balay with a home run yesterday. Home run tonight. First time he's gone deep in back-to-back games. Pitch taken for a strike, 3-1. The Rays have had their hands full with this Baltimore team, dropping the first 3 in the series. Battling in this one. There's a liner. That's a base hit. One hop picked up by O'Neill. And Palacios is aboard.
Well, that four-seam fastball, the Rays, I'll tell you what, they've taken advantage of all the mistakes that Young has made with that pitch. That ball gets pulled to the inner half. Didn't want it there. Palacios able to pull the hands through, keep this inning going.
Jorge Mateo. That's a strike. Touching the outer edge. Outfield shaded around the right side a few steps. Now it's 0-2. Double with the slider right there. High fly ball, deep to left. That baby's gonna get out of here. Gone! Home run! Mateo. A 2-run shot, and the Rays take the lead. Well, some pop from that number 9 spot, and boy, what a big home run that is for Jorge Mateo.
The receiving line.
And Brandon Young gets some company out there on the mound. Well, Mateo's 5th home run of the year, his first in a Rays uniform.
Backup slider. Misplaced fastballs and backup sliders, and the Rays haven't missed them. That ball was absolutely smoked. And you think about it again, you know, there were 2 outs, nobody out. Palacios base hit, 2-run homer. Victor Mesa Jr. just talking about his contributions, and he is admiring the contributions of Jorge Mateo right there.
Yandy Diaz, after the visit, he takes a strike. Well, Yandy homered in the 3rd. Valade and Mateo have homered in the 4th. And the Rays have taken a 4-3 lead. Strike 2 on the foul ball. It's 15 home runs given up by Young. And the 21 starts he's made. There's a base hit. And Yandy's on for the 3rd time. Walk, home run, and now a single. And the inning continues here. Well, how about this? The Rays, 22 home runs this month. Yandy hit one in the 3rd. Valade, one of the 2 home runs they've hit in the 4th. And Mateo, the other one. And now it's Jonathan Aranda. Aranda getting his 3rd look at Young after the double in the 3rd. One and one. Stairs. It's 2-1. Grant Wolfram up in the bullpen. In the game yesterday for an inning. 2-2. Ronda taking the breaking ball. Swing, foul ball on the 4-seamer. So we'll see another pitch, 2-2. Ronda chops it right side, big hop for Holiday at 2nd, in the toss to 1st. Valade with a home run in the 4th inning. And then the 2-run shot by Mateo. And the Rays, with that, have taken a 4-3 lead.
And we welcome you back inside Tropicana Field with the Rays leading this one. Well, after the bottom of the fourth, guys, you can see why the Rays are happy to have Jorge Mateo on their side of things. When I talked with Jorge a little bit just a second ago before the game, I was talking to him about what makes him so important to this team, and he told me the Rays look for a guy like him who can do a lot of different things, play multiple positions. Even manager Kevin Cash agreed to that. He also is reunited with former Orioles teammates Cedric Mullins, Brian Baker, Tyler Wells, and who already are here in Tampa. Now, I asked Cedric what kind of player Mateo is. He told me he's electric. He's got a speed factor, the defense is there, and he's got power and knows how to change this game up. And guys, so far we're seeing how he can help change this game up for the Rays.
Well, he's certainly done that in fine fashion with that blast in the bottom of the fourth. Tyler Wells in the game now on the mound. And the pitch to Alonso misses, taking the count to 1-1. Wells 5 1/3 with no runs on 3 hits allowed for the Rays. That's a cut and miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wells coming over from Baltimore just 2 weeks ago. And to right, that ball has carry, and that's going to go out. How about that opposite field home run? Pete Alonso just powered that one out of here on a 1-2 pitch. And Alonso, who homered Saturday, pitched his 28th here, and we're tied 4-4 in the 5th.
How about that on a breaking ball, no less? He stays behind that breaking ball and to right field. Dwayne, and I think he has the most homers in Major League Baseball to the opposite field, and it's almost half his total.
I mean, that's amazing. How about that? There's the breakout.
There it is. Yeah, 13 of the 28. So he does have the most the other way, and that's almost half of. That's incredible. And again, off of a breaking ball.
Over the mound, up the middle. Mateo, that big hop. But Mateo got that glove up there to take care of Holiday for the out. Well, here's another look at that opposite field shot by Pete Alonso.
Watch how he just lets that breaking ball go, go, go. And that ball is off the plate. That's probably a ball. And it's not like it was up. Goodness. Hometown.
Yep.
Not St. Pete per se, but certainly Tampa.
A strike on the outside corner. I'm going to, and if you're the pitcher, I mean, you go, okay. I mean,
that's right, exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to give it up, but you got to give the guy credit for hitting that pitch out.
Bottom half of the zone, off the plate, away.
Yeah.
Then right, good for you. I have no answer for that.
Popper, that's not going to be an easy play, but out there is Mateo. Nice job. They had Mullins in, Palacios out from second, and Mateo playing the angle out there and made the nice catch. Here's that home run. Yep. Strong man hit it.
Yeah, deep in the zone, off the plate away. And boy, he puts the bat right through that baseball, does not quit on the swing. And what was really interesting, too, is that ball off the bat, his teammates in the dugout, they already knew, too. I mean, they were already anticipating that. They've seen too much of it. Look at the 9-game hitting streak numbers.
Yeah, 10 RBIs and 5 home runs.
And an average of like 5, whatever it was, 50-something. His OPS coming into play tonight over the course of his hit streak, which obviously is probably going to go up, was 1673. 1673.
It's hard to comprehend that.
It is. It is, because you get to like 4 digits and you're like, oh wow, he's got 1,091.
Yeah.
No, 1673.
Oh, that's a shot. Wells tried to get that glove up there, and that ball was past him. And Gunnar Henderson has a base hit.
There's some hard contact in this inning, even on one of the outs. Gunnar Henderson, he has given Rays pitching trouble his entire career. Young career, but he still has been a pain. And that pitch right there just kind of backed up. They wanted that in on his hands. That fluttered to the middle of the plate, and that's what you're talking about, Dwayne. That ball right by Wells.
Henderson, the runner at first. Does have 9 steals. He's been caught 5 times. Encarnacion Strand at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, Baltimore comes into this game 61-63, 2 games under. 3 in a row here from the Rays. That's going to be a strike. 1-1. They were at 500 30 games into the season. They were 15-15 at the end of April. And they've been battling to get back to 500 since then. High fly ball deep to left. Simpson starts to field for the wall, and that ball is going to get out. Just over the yellow line, but deep enough to get out. And Encarnacion Strand has just hit a home run, a 2-run shot. He's driven in 4 runs now. And it's 6-4.
I had that too high. I mean, that ball was barreled, but it was straight up. And boy, how about the carry? We've seen the ball jump off of his bat in this series, but I thought that that ball had just too much height. Apparently, just enough length.
Jackson sending one down the right side out of play.
The launch angle, I'm being told, 47 degrees. I mean, that is straight up. Not really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
47-degree launch angle, and you get it over the fence. I thought that it may clip the B ring way up there, and you'd have to make a play on it. It was hit that high.
And it just did make it into the seats and left because of that angle. Look what he's done since the All-Star break.
Leading the
top
team.
RBI guy.
Yeah.
On the ground to third. Scooped by Caminero, and there's the throw to first. So Baltimore with a 3-run fifth, and now it's 6-4 Baltimore.
It's Toyota's.
The viral RMS Mystery Squishy Dumpling presented by Orlando Health. That'll be Sunday, the 30th of August, when the Rays take on the San Diego Padres. Purchase a Mystery Squishy Dumpling ticket package, including a seat to the game and either a blue, white, yellow, or the rare City Connect Squishy Dumpling.
Let me tell you this, Dwayne. I'm off that series.
Are you?
I am off that series.
So you want me to get you a couple extra squishies?
No, I don't, because I'll end up being here as a fan. Once the little ones figure out that it's Squishy Dumpling Day.
Yes.
Oh, I'll be here. I'll be in line. Oh yeah, they for whatever reason they can't get enough of the Squishy dumplings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure what they do or what they do with them.
Yep.
I just know that they need them.
Wow.
Every stop at a gas station, they try to find them. They go peeking around all the time. They find out that's a giveaway here. I am here as a fan.
3-pitch strikeout of Caminero by Cam Sanders here.
So I'll come say hi.
Yeah, please do.
I'll show you the colors that we get.
All right, very good.
Oh no, that's.
I'm going to do a little research on the squishy dumpling.
Yeah, no, they will insist on being here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's Liam Hendricks. And that slider, pretty good one right there. He missed it. Strike one. Sanders had a 1-pitch save on Friday and another save Saturday. Had to work a little harder. 20 pitches for that one. In relief of Brandon Young right now. 1-1. Young, 4 innings, 8 hits. Walked a man. Struck out 3. Gave up 4 earned runs. 82 pitches. Pitches down. 2-1. Foul through the coaching box. 2-2. Fouled back. Now the Rays in a frustrating series here against Baltimore. They swept the Orioles earlier this year here and then were swept in Baltimore and have got the first 3 to them here. So the season series has been nothing but streaks.
It's hard to wrap your head around. Because it was a quick start, dominated, and it's been all Orioles since.
Ooh, strike 3 right there. That worked its way to the plate, and that is out number 2.
Well, backed up the breaking ball. They start this off the plate. Hicks gives up on it, and it makes its way right to the corner, and he knew it.
Chandler Simpson. And that's down around his feet, skipping away. Well, a bunt base hit for Simpson back in the 4th inning. And he was caught stealing. 1 for 2 tonight. And on the ground is short. Heather Henderson flips it to first. 3 up, 3 down. First time that's happened tonight for the Rays. 6-4 Baltimore.
TV.
Rays TV is brought to you by Advent Health. You are our priority in a medical emergency. Advent Health. By Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. And by the Florida Lottery. Introducing $20 cash pop with even bigger prizes from the Florida Lottery. It's good fun. Through 5 on to inning 6. The Rays call upon Kevin Kelly. Good numbers across the board. That ERA at 1.94. Narvaez after the first pitch and a liner right to Mateo. How about Mateo out there going down to make that catch?
Yeah. I mean, defensive. That ball was smoked, and he gets down there to make sure that he's able to put it away. That's a good job. Instead of reaching down there, that ball probably had so much action on it. You want to kind of get down on the ball's level. It's like with the little ones, Dwayne. You get down on their level.
That's right. Yep. Discussion there. The umpire at second, Stu Shearwater. Colton Cowser is going to pinch hit here for Franklin. Franklin, the right-handed bat, and they want Cowser Kowser has been tough on the Rays this year. 3 home runs in 9 games.
That right there.
He was 2 for 5 in yesterday's game.
These are the kind of at-bats where that newfound weapon for Kevin Kelly and the changeup comes into play.
Strike to Kowser.
There it was.
And a check swing. 1-1. He just missed with that one. 2-1. Well, Kelly has been very good out of the Rays bullpen.
Well, and how about the opponent average on that changeup at 148? So that's why you know that, that's a weapon that he will use to any hitter, but especially the lefties. They come in. You've got to have ways to get out, especially with the way that the rules are now. When you come in out of that bullpen, you got to face at least 3 guys unless you close out an inning. And so you're going to face some left-handed hitters. And so you've got to have a weapon for them. And for Kevin Kelly, was always the 2-seamer and the sweeping breaking ball. Now he's developed that changeup, and it's been a really, really good pitch for him.
So 1 out. The base is empty. 2-2 on Kowser.
See if he goes back to it right here after elevating that 4-seam fastball.
Over the mound and right there at shortstop, Mateo. Nice pick up and throw. Boy, you like the way he plays shortstop.
Yeah.
So 2 up, 2 down. The ultimate goal of an MLB fan. Well, seeing it all. The MLB journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile. The ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. That's all 30. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. O'Neill, that's a strike. Tried to check, went around. Close there. 1-1. Baltimore moving into 4th place in the AL East. Stretch against the Rays. There's a base hit, shot to the right of Aranda. And O'Neill has his first hit. And with that hit, every spot in their lineup has reached base except Jeremiah Jackson, the 7th spot. And now it's Pete Alonso. Alonso homered to right in the 5th on that breaking ball. Chops it toward the middle, and that's going to get through. Got by Palacios, who made a jab with that glove and could not come up with it. 1st and 3rd now.
I hate to make a chopper into like a hard hit ball, but do you know how hard you have to hit a chopper to get it through the middle of the infield like that? I mean, right out in front of the plate, you think they're going to be able to make a play on that. He placed it perfectly, but look how quickly it gets through the field. Boy, he took a real big kick too, and it almost like it gained speed after it hit the ground.
Yeah, like a little extra top spin on it that picked up speed.
That's exactly what it looked like. Looked like the Rays had him defended. The defensive setup was perfect, and that still somehow got into center field.
Well, look at this. 8 for 15 for Pete Alonso with 3 extra base hits and 4 runs batted in.
In his 9-game hitting streak now, he has 18 hits. I mean, 2 per game.
Yep.
The batting average is like, well, he was 16 for 29 coming in. what, 2 for 4 today? So he's 18 for 33.
Holiday swings and misses. Strike one.
So 545 is the average on the hitting streak.
That's hot. One and one. Still a lot of baseball to be played tonight, but it's a 2-run game, and Kelly's trying to keep it right there. Got the first 2, and now a Baltimore threat. Two and one. Two. Out of play. Well, we'll see another one this time. 2-2. Pitch was close with that changeup. Take another look here.
Advent Health strike zone, and that ball gets pulled just a little bit and ends up getting pulled off the plate.
2-2, and he got him. A swing and miss. Holiday out on strikes. So 2 men left on base. They do not score. There's the pitch. 6-4 Baltimore.
Well, we were up here in the Rooms to Go lounge, and you guys were talking about Pete Alonso and the hit streak that he won. Well, the Rays got somebody who was streaking as well. Yandy Diaz going out there, and now 8 games into a hit streak, 2 for 2 on the day. He hit his 18th earlier to extend that streak, and now through those 8 games, fellas, he's got 16 hits, 3 of them leaving the park and hitting at a .457 clip.
Well, the Rays look to get some offense here as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. They're down by 2. Ryan Vilade delivered with a home run in the 4th inning, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Cam Sanders, credit for the 5th inning, a 1-2-3 inning in relief of Brandon Young. 1-1 count. Stays away from that pitch. Turning away, 2-1.
Hot corner alert. Ryan Vilade and Jackson Holiday both won Oklahoma State Player of the Year at Stillwater High School. How about it? How about that? The Oklahoma State Player of the Year, Stillwater High School, home of the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Yep.
Lots of twists and turns.
Changing pleasantries right there before the game and during the game as well. Ooh, foul ball straight back and into the upper deck.
They're men, D-Wayne.
Yes, they are.
Not quite 40, but they are men.
Chopper headed to short. Henderson. Well, that's the first out here in the 6th inning. Spent any time in Stillwater or
I have not.
Or Norman?
No, not Norman either.
Yep.
Not much. I don't know. Yeah, Oklahoma City, I guess.
Yep.
But no time in. Yeah, have not been to a Cowboy or a Sooner game. I know somebody that has, though. He's giving us all the directives.
Is he?
Game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Producing his little heart out.
Well, you know, he's a multi-talented guy.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
Eskimo Joe's.
Here's a strike. 1 and 2. And Mullins is out on strikes for the second time tonight. 5 hitters faced by Sanders and 3 strikeouts.
How about that changeup? I'll tell you what, is this the 3rd time he's thrown in this series? Or does it just feel like it is?
I'll tell you, he was in that 10-inning game Saturday and was in the game Friday.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, he's shown some good stuff. You know, the fastball from the unique arm angle in the mid-90s, the breaking ball has been short, late, with some good depth to it, and we just saw the changeup. I mean, he's been impressive.
Chopper back at first, off the mound to cover. Sanders takes the throw, and the Rays are up and down 1-2-3.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% fun.
Catch it all season long.
We're moving into the 7th inning, and it is brought to you by Hyundai. 2-run game, a 6-4 contest now. Baltimore leading the Rays. Cam Boozer, the left-hander, is pitcher number 5. And some impressive numbers from this lefty.
Yeah, you gotta love more strikeouts than innings pitched. Not a lot of base runners with that really good whip.
Kobe Mayo leads off and takes the ball. So Kevin Kelly worked the scoreless inning. He has not allowed a run, Kelly, in the last 14 outings now. And Boozer takes over. Swing there. Mayo homered in the 2nd inning. A blast that went 468 feet. How about that for a shot? 5th longest in the major leagues this year. There's a strike, and Mayo wants to challenge.
The batter is challenging the pitch.
Let's take a look.
Call is overturned. Baltimore has 2 times remaining.
ABS powered by T-Mobile, and that just did miss. 2-1, less than a 1/10 of an inch right there. It's fouled right back into the screen. 2-2. Felix Neon calling the balls and strikes. Young umpire from the Dominican Republic. 30 years old. And a check there for ball 3, 3-2. Ooh, a hot shot beyond the dugout. Rebounding the Buck Britton in the coaching box at 3rd. Rays having a challenging time against the Orioles again tonight. There's a swing and miss. How about that? Boozer just reared back and hit 97 and finally retires Mayo after that extended at bat.
Well located. That's what he did. Right out over the heart of the plate, but just above the zone. And Mayo trying his best to get to it and shorten up, cannot.
Oh, it's Gunnar Henderson. There's a strike. Strike again. Boozer continues to be a positive out of that Rays bullpen, and a significant positive at that. That's just out of the reach of Aranda. Tried to get back to his left in time, and the throw from right, that's going to skip by Mateo and backed up by Caminero, and Henderson winds up at second. And boy, I'll tell you, that play exemplifies the frustration of this series for the Rays.
Yeah, because it looked like Aranda may have a beat on that,
yep,
and may be able to knock it down, do something. Takes a couple of steps, and that glove just never gets fully extended. I should say the arm doesn't get fully extended. The ball gets by him. And Henderson, who has been a nightmare for Rays pitching over the course of his, 47, 48 games against him, turns that into an extra base hit.
Strike. Encarnacion Strand. So it continues to be a challenge for the Rays with this Baltimore team. Two. Cano up in the bullpen again. Two Strand, 2 hits tonight, including the 2-run home run in the 5th.
Yeah, that got out. I mean, from that side shot, it looked even more angled.
Mm-hmm. And a wave and miss, and he is retired. Out number 2 here in the 7th inning. Call all Golden Rays. If you're 60 or older, time to enjoy America's favorite pastime for less. The Rays offer special discounted tickets to select games just for seniors. Catch the excitement at Tropicana Field and find out more. Get verified at RaysBaseball.com/golden. Jackson looks at the pitch down, 1-0. One and one. It's out of play. Ball 2 strikes. I'll tell you, you get into a situation where the Rays aren't with Baltimore here, and you just sense the Orioles are full of confidence, and the Rays full of frustration right now.
Yeah, and urgency.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as Baltimore, I mean, they are playing for their playoff lives, and now, you know, they come into play tonight actually holding a playoff spot, even though they're under 500.
Yep.
And so I think that this team is playing with the chip on its shoulder. I think this team is playing with the chip on its shoulder because of what happened at the trade deadline. Adley Rutschman, and among others, Dean Kramer, friend of the program.
Swing and a miss. Jackson out on strikes. 3 in the inning for Boozer. 7th inning stretch time.
So
I don't know if we have time. You know, Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. And Dwayne, it's going to be tough to get through the summary because there has been a lot going on. Brandon Young, who's had an outstanding season for the Baltimore Orioles, done after 4 innings. The Rays got to him for 4 earned runs, a couple of homers, 8 hits, 3 strikeouts, and then Shane McClanahan. We thought there was an interesting timing when they pulled him out of that game after just 3 1/3 innings, and I think his pitch count was maybe in the mid-50s. Colby Mayo, you think about his home run, solo home run, 468 feet. That is the longest in this building this season. And right now it stands Orioles 6, Rays 4. It's getting late.
Yeah, and the Rays need a base runner or 2. Taylor Walls is hitting now. Walls in the place of Mateo. Junior Cano. He is pitcher number 3 for Baltimore. 2 innings for Sanders. 2 perfect innings with 3 strikeouts. Walls with the 7-game hitting streak, couple homers, over 300 during the stretch. And so he gets the call here, 2-1. Baltimore now with Tavares in left. Ground ball off the glove. Down there at first. And the Rays have a base runner. That's going to be a base hit. So Mayo trying to backhand it.
Yeah, right off the heel of the glove, right off the palm of the hand. And that ball just squirts the other way.
Well, and you can't forget it's a 2-run game, so with that base hit, top of the order comes up representing the potential tying run. Yandy homered in the 3rd inning. He has walked, homered, and singled. Cano worked 2/3 of an inning Friday, and the Rays got him for 3 runs. And now Yandy set to face him. Pitch is a strike.
Well, let's take a look at a StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. The Rays with 3 home runs here tonight. Yandy Diaz, Ryan Vilade, Jorge Mateo. See the trajectory of all those blasts.
1-1 to count. Snap throw to first. Look out. He got back in. Balls to the back side of the bag.
Always have to be at the ready. You know, you take that secondary lead, and there is no, you cannot get mentally lazy. Pick right behind you.
Little chopper, just foul. State Fair, it's just in front of the bag. Kicked into foul territory. strikeout. Yandy's hit by that pitch. So Yandy on the 1-2, hit by a pitch, which will force Walls up to second. And Yandy taking a little time to get down to first base.
Well, two-seamer just takes off. No chance for Yandy to go anywhere. And that catches him right in the side of that leg. Hope that ball's okay.
Yeah. Might have flattened it a little bit. Well, the Rays have a little something brewing here with Jonathan Aranda up there. The foul ball back, strike one. Aranda 1 for 3 in his career against Cano. Finds himself behind in the count now. Cano with that split.
Man, how about him moving away from the traditional changeup to go with the split? That was such a big pitch for him a couple of seasons ago. Not anymore.
Up 1-2. And with the size of those hands, you think he could throw about anything.
Yeah. Hide that baseball.
Hey, a base hit the other way. Walls around third. He's going to score. And it's a one-run game. Jonathan Aranda comes through to make it 6-5. Still nobody out. Yandy stopped at second on the RBI single by Jonathan Aranda.
And that pitch just doesn't do a whole lot. That's the thing. And Aranda had already seen it. He got one to handle there, shoots it the other way. And this is the one Oriole who has had a rough series. And that's Yennier Cano.
And now it's Junior Caminero. 1 for 4 against Cano. Takes the pitch inside. Well, the Rays with a great opportunity now. A little tapper. Cano off the mound. Cannot get rid of that. Drops the ball, and the bases are going to be loaded. So the big swing and that little tapper. Caminero has himself an infield hit. Bases loaded.
Boy, that look on Cano's face, he's absolutely lost right now. He hustles off the mound. Is going to make a nice play on this. Reaches in the glove. You see those two fingers get hung up on the outside of his glove. He can't get the hand into the glove to get the baseball. See if you can see it here. No, you can't see it there. That other angle showed it was a great shot of the hand getting caught on the top of the glove. He can't believe it.
So he will depart. They want the left-hander.
Well, let's see where it all went wrong for Yennier Cano with our Orlando Health slow-mo replay. Watch his index and middle finger. He goes to reach in for the baseball. They get hung up on the top of his glove. So he's not able to get a grip on that baseball until it is too late, and then it comes loose. Just something little like that. I mean, when it's not going your way, it is not going your way.
Well, the Rays have made it a one-run game. The bases are loaded. Josh Walker, the new pitcher. Johnny DeLuca will hit here in the place of the left-handed hitting catcher, Liam Hicks. And it's a 1-0 count. Walker worked 2/3 of an inning, got a win Friday, a hold on Saturday for a third of an inning. And it's popped up, foul, going to carry back and will be out of play. So DeLuca with one at bat in his career against Josh Walker. He is 0 for 1. Infield up. And a foul ball. Change up right there. Walls has scored the run. Diaz at third. Aranda at second. Caminero at first. Nobody out. And the 1-2. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Rays have had the battle against this Baltimore team. And another battle tonight. 2-2. And it's pop foul. That will carry into the stands. Luka with Simpson on deck. To the chopper over the infield, up the left field line. Diaz scores to tie. Aranda scores with the go-ahead run, and the Rays make it a 7-6 ball game.
Take advantage of that infield being pulled in. And boy, he hits that ball right down into the turf. You see right here, everybody in, so you just chop it, Dwayne, and boom, there it goes.
So the big pinch hit, chopper in the left.
I may have gotten the trajectory of that chopper perfect on accident. Boy, look at that, right up and over. I mean, you just cannot get to it. And that's a 2-run hit.
So those 2 runs charged to Cano. 3 so far charged to his account. Still nobody out. And here is Simpson. And they have Encarnacion Strand very close at third. And the break to the back. There's a bunt attempt and it's fouled. They had Henderson breaking in behind the runner Caminero at second.
And Chandler Simpson, I mean, Mayo is playing it aggressive at first base. We saw Encarnacion Strand way tight, and Chandler's like, okay, whatever. If he gets it down and they throw him out, fine. It's a sacrifice bunt. We've seen this situation before where Chandler turns it into an infield hit.
Yep.
Here comes Mayo. He is coming in tight.
And the pitch taken for a ball, and you could see Simpson start to show that.
Well, here's what you want to do. If these guys start to crash, it's called the Butcher Boy. That's what it used to be called. And all of a sudden they start to come in aggressively. You pull that bat back and try to slap it through the middle of the field. That's usually when they're running the wheel play. You don't ever see the wheel. I saw the Dodgers run the wheel play. I think it was last year in the playoffs. You don't ever see that play run anymore, ever. And that's usually when you would pull that Butcher Boy, because you could slap it through the middle of the field, because Gunnar Henderson would have been breaking towards third as Encarnacion Strand charged. But they don't do that play.
Now a chopper that's headed toward the middle. Oh, what a pick there. Out at second, and the throw to first. Henderson, what a pickup to get the first out.
Well, we're going to unfortunately have to make that our all-state good hands replay. What a play here by Gunnar Henderson. Chopper, and he short hops it, then gets to the bag, spins, and makes the accurate throw to be able to close out that double play. That's a heck of a job by Gunnar Henderson, who's having himself a big-time series.
Wow. And now, with the runner at third, Ryan Valade will get the intentional walk. And it's going to be Cedric Mullins. The Caminero is down at third. Valade at first. And here's Mullins. Strike one. 3-run seventh. 7-6 Rays. Mullins sends a fly ball into right. O'Neill will catch it. The Rays sent 8 men to the plate. Johnny DeLuca coming off the bench came up with the big hit, and the Rays now lead 7-6.
It's the fun.
Well, the Rays have a 7-6 lead defensively. A few changes. That's Johnny DeLuca out there in right. Taylor Walls takes over at shortstop, and Fortes will take over behind the plate with all the maneuvers in the bottom of the 7th. And back to the mound goes the left-hander Cam Boozer. Faces Carlos Narvaez to begin the inning. And the first pitch is a strike. Hauser will be next, and then O'Neill is due up. One and one. Well, those are the scoreless 7th, gave up the double, but 3 strikeouts.
I didn't think that the yellow highlighter was enough. Go circle it. Even though I've been told to do less.
Less is more?
No.
No?
Not even that. Just do less. Not even that it'll be more. Just do less. I felt that still needed to be circled.
You know, and if your heart feels that way, you got to follow your heart. 3-1 now. Here's a strike, full count. Each team with a dozen hits tonight. A lot going on. Right back. 13 runs in the game, 24 hits, and 13 men left on base between these two teams. (3-2) on its way. Narvaez will take ball 4. Well, he walks the number 8 hitter. Be one of the first to access seats in the forever home of the Rays. Place a deposit of $19.98 to join the thousands of fans already on board. With only 30,000 seats, don't wait to secure yours in MLB's most intimate ballpark. Visit newballpark.raysbaseball.com. Action in the Rays bullpen, and that's Kyle Snyder making another trip to the mound. Been busy out there tonight. Brian Baker up the 8th inning, and the Rays trying to snap this little tailspin they've been in at the hands of this Baltimore team. Boozer with that opening walk here in the 8th will face the left-handed bat of Cowser. Pinch hit in the 6th inning. Grounded to short. 2 for 5 in yesterday's game with a couple runs batted in and a run scored. Hot shot. Ooh, look out. Boy, Jason Bourgeois had to get out of the way in a hurry down there at first base in the coaching box.
There's no way I land on my feet. I'm not like a cat. That was pretty good.
Pretty good shot. Look at that.
Hot corner alert. Had a walk-off single in 2013 with the Rays.
Now strike 0-2.
I think that footage sits in the same locker of the footage of my major league debut. footage of that walk-off single? Can't be found.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
It's got to be somewhere.
I mean, you would think.
Yep. It's popped up. Foul ball. Aranda, better angle. He's going to make the catch.
You're going to love this. So, Bourgeois had the walk-off off of Farquhar. Bourgeois off of Farquhar. That was quite a little at-bat right there. Danny Farquhar.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
Do you do those to like warm up? Unique New York. Unique New York. How now, Brown Cow?
Well, there. I love that one
too.
Yeah. This is going to be challenged just in time.
Thank God.
Well, it was called a strike. And did it touch?
Baltimore has 2 challenges remaining.
Oh, well. I don't know. I thought maybe it caught just a granule of the zone, but it's 1-0 instead. 1-1 there. And 1-2. Oh, that pitch close, but off the plate. 2-2. Into the dirt, it's going to skip by Cortez. And now they have Narvaez at second in scoring position. Wild pitch. But nothing, I mean nothing, has come easy against Baltimore. The 3-2. Ground ball, it's going to go through. Narvaez had to wait to see if it would go through, so he advances only to third. And men will be on the corners, first and third for Baltimore, with Pete Alonso coming up.
Well, the Rays, they benefit here from that ball on the ground in front of. See where he doesn't even come into the picture there, and that ground ball in front. He is so afraid if Walls is able to get to that, he'd be thrown out if he runs early. So he takes off late, and he's only able to get to third. So
pitching change coming. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Down to the wire again here. It's a 7-6 game. Rays holding the lead, and they call upon Brian Baker. 34 of 37 in the save department. And he has his work cut out for him. Here's Pete Alonso. And the fastball is too tight. Ball, no strikes. Pitcher number 6 for the Rays. There's a strike. 96. 1-1. There's another one in there. Now 1-2.
boy, he has made it crystal clear what the plan was, and that was to come in pumping fastballs on that inner part of the plate. Let's see if he moves away from that now that he has the jump at 1 and 2.
And he misses that changeup, and no go there by Alonso. 2 and 2. Cut there at the fastball, got a piece of it foul. Alonso tonight 2 for 4 with a home run in the 5th. 28th home run of the year. And a swing and miss. He got him with a changeup. Big strikeout there for Brian Baker.
Well, the way that Brian Baker went after him, he started to speed him up early. Fastball in, missed. Okay, 1-0. Gets that one right there, evens the count. Comes out with another fastball in, 1 and 2. Now you're going to come with that changeup in. Good take by Alonso. Now you go the back and forth game. Fastball elevated, middle of the plate. And now we go back to the changeup. And after seeing that fastball with the elevation, he's just out in front.
That's now a swing and miss. He threw that ball right by Holiday there.
That's where you can get away with the changeup that's not in the best spot because of the work you've done previously with the fastball. He left that changeup right in the middle of the plate, but that velocity differential that he has got it.
Jackson Holiday taking the changeup there, 1-1. And a ground ball hits the mound. Picked by Walls, and he steps on the bag for the force play. They do not score, leaving 2. Rays up 7-6. Rays TV is brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal. And by Suncoast Credit Union. Score fee-free checking with more perks to save big. Open your account at suncoast.com. Well, the Rays have come back to take a 7-6 lead. Rico Garcia on the mound as the Rays hit in the bottom of the 8th, and Richie Palacios started with a strike right there. Taylor Walls next. Oh, and the Rays want to challenge that one.
The batter is challenging the pitch.
And
Pitch is a ball.
It is a ball.
Has 2 challengers remaining.
So the Rays come up on the right side of that one. It's 1-1. It's wide. 2 balls and a strike. Three and 1. And that is ball 4. Well, the Rays get the leadoff walk. Let's go back to the top of the inning.
Well, Brian Baker, that battle with Pete Alonso, and he's able to close him out with that changeup that he left right there out over the plate, but the change of speed gets him. And then how about this chopper ground ball? If you're going to have a ground ball to anybody in a big spot like that, Taylor Wall's not a bad choice. And he got those 2 big outs to get out of that inning. 1st and 3rd with 1 out.
Runner takes off. The pitch is down, and Narvaez could not find a handle. And Palacios now in scoring position.
Well, the Rays looking obviously to add on to their one-run lead. Orlando held slow-mo replay. Tough pitch for Narvaez to handle, and he's just not able to. He's coming up out of the crouch as he's reaching back for the baseball. Just pop loose.
Pitch is popped up left side. Henderson's going to make the call and the catch. And that's the first out. Game day is better with furniture from Canes. Shop savings in every department with financing options as low as $28 per month. Furnishing your home has never been easier. Gandhi. The turn, nothing doing. With Palacios quickly getting back to the bag. That's a strike. Gandhi belted the home run in the third. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the seventh. Key moments in this game. Fouls that one away. 0-2. The Rays saw Garcia in both Friday and Saturday's game. Back in action here. A little close. Ball and 2 strikes. The pitch is fouled, and boy, I'll tell you, Palacios timing up Garcia.
Well, a great time to go with 1 out. You know, the staring out, waiting to see what he will see next. But you're right, he had a good chance to swipe that bag.
The 1-2 and a swing and miss. And Yandy is out on strikes. Well, 2 gone now.
Effectively climbing the ladder. That ball is right up there at the letters.
And now it's Jonathan Aranda. And the Orioles going to have a little conference on the mound. They have Aranda coming up and Caminero behind him. So the conversation with the Orioles and Drew French, their pitching coach out there. So Rico Garcia out there. He's from Honolulu. He went to Hawaii Pacific before turning pro, and we certainly, our thoughts are with all the folks out in Hawaii who are under siege by Lala, the tropical storm / hurricane that has visited paradise out there. Garcia's concentration now is on Jonathan Aranda. And the first pitch, well, it's going to be challenged.
The catcher is challenging the pitch.
Coin flip.
Well,
Pitch is the ball.
Pitch up.
Baltimore has 1 challenge remaining.
So Aranda with a 1-0 count.
I'll tell you what, all of the overturns have been by the slimmest of margins.
Yes, they have.
That lets you know that our guy, Dwayne, Felix Neon, back behind the plate, doing a nice job.
Yes, he is. There's a strike, 1-1. Leon out of the Dominican Republic. He's 30 years old, done a nice job.
I'd have Felix Neon in my top probably 3 or 4 umpire names. Love Hanahan.
Yep.
Barber.
Swing and miss. Well, it's 1-2. That's why the game is as great as it is.
It's the best.
Yep.
6 people. 6 people get it. Maybe 7.
It's foul out of play.
But those that do.
Love it.
They do.
Rays scored 3 in the 7th to take this lead. 7-6. They're batting in the bottom of the 8th, trying to get another run home. And it's popped up, foul, out of play it goes.
Boy, that was right there. You know, Jonathan Aranda is feeling.
Could I see it again?
Yeah, please.
Upstairs, 2. We mentioned at the outset, Aranda, the 7th leading hitter in the American League, started the night at 285. And a swing and miss. Breaking pitch got him. So we're going to go to the 9th with the Rays leading 7-6. Baker to the hill.
At Allstate.
Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. And to the 9th inning we go. Ryan Baker out there. That save streak of 23. And the first pitch here in the 9th. Kobe Mayo takes it down. 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, some pretty impressive names on that save total. And the streaks they've had. There's a high pop fly, short left. Who's going to get it? Wall's out there and he makes the catch. Simpson trying to find it. Wall's out there tracking it. And I'll tell you, for a shortstop to go that deep into left is not easy.
No, and that ball, look how, I mean, straight up in the air it goes. And the way that they kind of rerouted themselves and meandered around, you wondered if it hit something up there or if it was just that high with all the catwalk and scaffolding and support beams.
That was anything but ordinary.
No.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. No,
that was difficult.
Yes.
Difficult to watch. You can only imagine how difficult it was to catch. Strike to Gunnar Henderson. There's a swing and miss. And of course, if the Rays are to take this game, they're going to have to face this guy because he has been so tough against the Rays.
His entire career, and then look at the numbers this series. 7 out of 15.
And 2 for 4 tonight. 0-2. Ground ball, second base. Palacios to first, and they get Gunnar Henderson. So 2 outs here in the 9th.
80% done.
Wow.
80% done. Ryan Baker going for, I don't know if he's had a 5-out save this season. He's got 4 of the 5, needs 1 more.
He has not pitched more than an inning. This is his 50th appearance.
Wow.
So he's gone an inning and a third so far. And a foul ball back by Encarnacion Strand. He has singled and homered. 4 runs batted in. He's driven in 4 of the 6 Baltimore runs tonight. Here we go. Swing again to miss. Nothing in 2. 96 behind that one. Well, Baker trying to close it out. And here is the 0-2. And a base hit off the 0-2 pitch. A single the other way.
Do you remember earlier in the game we showed Encarnacion Strand change his swing path to get on top of a baseball? How about that? I mean, that ball is way up and above out of the zone. He does the same thing and is able to get on top of it. That's impressive. I'm sorry.
Well, Leody Taveras will be the pinch runner. No, it's going to be Beavers. It's going to be Beavers to run.
Keep your eye on him. Keep your eye on him.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that Encarnacion Strand got on top of that pitch. That was 96, a foot above the zone.
And Taveras is going to be the hitter. He's going to bat for Jackson. And Taveras he's in here in his first plate appearance of the game. And the pitch. Well, they're going to challenge it.
Catcher is challenging the pitch.
Call the ball.
It's going to stay a ball, unfortunately. But, you know, you have your challenges left. Anything close, you've got to go ahead and do it.
First confirmed. Tampa has 1 challenge remaining.
With 2 outs with a man on. 1-0 pitch, a wave and miss. He was out in front. That was the changeup. Baker got 2 outs in the 8th. Retired the first 2 in the 9th. Gave up the hit. Beavers running at first. And now it's 1-2 on Taveras. Clanahan, Legomina, Wells, Kelly, Boozer, Baker. Baker. Strike away. He got it. Swing and a miss. Got him on the changeup. And the Rays win this one. Baltimore with a hit and the man left in the 9th. And the Rays finally defeat this Baltimore ball club. It was not easy, but they win it 7-6. Boozer the winner. Baker picking up the save, number 35. And boy, what a performance. 24 consecutive saves now for Baker. And here is the final out.
I love what he did with the changeup. He takes the changeup off the plate away, slows it down, and then look at that arm side run. Takes it right off the edge and gets the chase from Taveras. Boy, outstanding job by Brian Baker. And how about that, a 5-out save.
So the Rays got a 75-49 with this 7-6 victory over the Baltimore Orioles. Rays postgame starts right now with Rich and Doug.
A good old-fashioned AL East slugfest tonight at Tropicana Field. Tampa Bay comes back 3 times in this one to overtake the Orioles and salvage Game 4, and in doing so, they become the 2nd team in the majors to 75 wins this season. Welcome inside Tropicana Field, another victorious edition of Rays Postgame on Rays TV. The victorious fist bump with Doug Wechter. I'm Rich Hollenberg. Kendra Douglas getting interviews as we speak, and you'll hear Kevin Cash's postgame press conference coming up as well. 13 runs, 26 hits, and 6 home runs.
Woo, man, Dwayne said it best in the middle of the telecast. He said nothing is coming easy right now for really either team. I mean, that was a game where no one wanted to admit defeat, and they wanted to go out there, and they went out until their last breath. And finally, the Rays were able to get it done. Brian Baker, what a job, man! It is not easy to go out there multiple innings for a save, especially in a one-run situation. That was outstanding job by him. The power game, man. We saw 6 bombs today. I mean, 6 balls left the park, so that was a fun one to watch. Luckily, the Rays got the win.
We will go fast forward to the bottom of the 7th. The Rays trailed by 2. It was the 3rd time in this game that they were either down or tied, and Yandy Diaz led them off, but this is Jorge Mateo getting in the action and everyone contributing. 4 straight hits to start.
Yeah, it was incredible. Look, and they needed this inning in a bad way. You know, Taylor Wall's doing a good job finding his way to get on base, and, you know, just a base hit to the right side. Yandy Diaz takes one right in the thigh. And I love how B.A. said, hey, check that ball. That ball might be dented right there. So you got 2 runners on base. Johnny Aranda, man, this guy is so good with runners in scoring position, just finds a way to get the ball to the opposite field, goes ahead and plates the first run of the inning. That was a fantastic at-bat from Johnny Aranda, and then Junior Caminero stepping up to the plate, getting another hit right here. So, you know, this is one of those things where the momentum started to shift, and you really felt like this is your chance. The Rays need to do something. Johnny DeLuca was the man for the job. High chopper over the third baseman.
A Baltimore chop?
Little Baltimore chop, Richie, very nice. That played a couple runs right there, and really that was the difference in the ball game. But, you know, go back to the traffic on the bases, and Cano, you know, usually he is a very, very good pitcher. The Rays had his number this entire series.
Yeah, 3 runs, the big crooked run inning for the Tampa Bay Rays. They get the win 7-6, due in large part to the bottom of the 7th that you just saw, and they never relinquished that lead after that because Brian Baker came on not just for the 8th or the 9th, he came in for the 8th and the 9th.
Just an incredible job, right? It is not easy. When you're trained to go out there and get 3 outs and not have to sit down and come back out, that's one thing, and it's a tight ball game. But when you do that, you have to do it for the first time in a one-run game where you go back out. I mean, just incredible willpower from Brian Baker. 1 2/3. You see it right there. He filled up the zone. 21 pitches, 16 of them landing in the strike zone. And then, of course, the 2 punch outs. He ended the game on a punch out. Just a really, really good job of dialing it in with the fastball and coming off of it with that nice changeup right there. That was the final out of the game. And again, that was one of the most impressive jobs I've seen from Brian Baker, and he's been good all season long, Richie.
He is running away with the saves lead right now, 35. The next closest is Cade Smith with 31, and of course that consecutive save streak still intact for the All-Star Brian Baker. He's on the field with Kendra Douglas.
All right, thank you. Well, Brian, congrats on the win. 24 consecutive saves for you now. You come in the top of the 8th. Walk us through that situation, your mindset to help keep this team still in the lead.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to come in. You know, really just try to come in and throw strikes and hope for the best. And I was able to get a strikeout there, which was huge, and then kind of free me up with 2 outs there and runners on the corners. So be able to get the ground out and get back in the dugout and keep the lead, that was huge.
I think everyone who's watching you can tell you bring so much energy when you're out there on the mound. Where does that come from, and how are you feeling right now, especially this late in the season?
Yeah, I feel great, man. I try to use this crowd, use their energy for my benefit and our benefit, and I really feed off these people in here, firing us up. So I feel great right now, and I'm ready to keep rolling.
This has been a tight series. Just what does it say about the fight of this team to come out here and get a win before you head into Toronto tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, they're playing really good baseball right now. So they scrapped and fought us every step of the way, and to drop those first three games was tough, but to get out of here with a win tonight and avoid the sweep was huge.
Yeah, Toronto comes in tomorrow. What do you guys need to do to build off of this win and to continue to keep the momentum going?
Just keep scrapping, just like we did tonight, man. We were down and stayed in it and put together good at bats and scrapped together some runs, and we're going to keep doing that because every game from here on out is going to be a big one with really good teams that we're playing.
Yeah, Brian, congrats on the win. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
He always brings the juice when he's on the mound, maybe a little extra going against his former team, the Baltimore Orioles. Congrats to Brian Baker on getting another save. But I love the fact that you get to take us through not just the war against one of the best hitters in the game in Pete Alonso, but each battle was every pitch that he threw. Take us through that.
Yeah, it really was, and Brian Baker did an excellent job of setting him up. And you got to remember, he is one of the hottest hitters right now in the game, 8-game hitting streak. And Pete, you know, he's looking for the heater, but Brian Baker with his command, this is where he takes advantage of it. Inside corner, first 2 pitches, and then just continues to pound the inside corner. Obviously, Alonso not looking for those. Then he goes to the changeup. That's his best pitch. Nice take right there from Alonso. Then he stretches the zone vertically, goes back to the fastball up top, and that sets this one up right here. Changeup, absolute perfect speed separation on the fastball changeup. And coming off that fastball at the top of the zone, you don't have to be pinpoint with the changeup. If you get that in a decent location, because of the speed separation, he's going to get the swing and miss, and that's how he got Pete Alonso, again, one of the hottest hitters in this lineup and really in the game right now. That's how he got him for that late punch out.
And that's why those pitches, not just one pitch, all of those pitches in that at-bat were our Advent Health plays of the game. Of course, Brian Baker came in with the lead, due in large part to the Rays hitting 3 home runs tonight. The Rays are now 32-5 when they hit 2 or more home runs.
Power game, man. It's all about the power game from a team that's not known to hit a lot of bombs. Well, they started it out early, bottom of the 3rd inning. Yandy Diaz, look at his bat flip. You think he knew it was gone?
It's like a toothpick.
Dude, number 18 for Yandy went almost 400 feet, just shy, 396 on the Brandon Young fastball. Really nice job of him. Ryan Valade yesterday hit a tank, and then he's going to go out there and today hit another bomb. This one to dead central. Really nice job, 428 feet on his 11th home run. And then Jorge Mateo later in the inning. How about this one? Just absolutely got the barrel out and buggy whipped it to the left side. Very nice job of getting on time with that breaking ball. So the power game definitely played a factor tonight for the Rays, and look at this, it's been playing a factor all month.
Yeah, the 2 biggest boppers in all of the American League this month went at it tonight. 6 total homers, 3 by the O's, 3 by the Rays, but the Rays come out on top. The final once again, 7-6. Shane McClanahan made his first start since July 30th. How would you assess his performance?
Yeah, look, it's his first time back, coming off of an injury, a back injury. So it's good to see him out there, good to see him taking the ball. I think he wanted to stick around a little bit longer, but probably a good move just to get him out and make sure he's healthy. Started out, he gave up a long ball. It happens, right? If you're in the zone, this kind of thing happens. This is a home run in the 2nd inning. Kobe Mayo, he's a hot hitter, but he settled in after that. Really did a nice job filling up that zone as well. 35 strikes in the 57 pitches that he threw. He did have the 3 punch outs, no walks. That's always a big deal for him. And you can see right there, no, man, keep me in here. I'm good. But, you know, of course, Kevin Cash has to think about this long term, not thinking about today. We don't need him to go out there for 7, 8, 9 innings today. We need him for the long haul, right? So it's good to see him leave the game healthy and good to see the Rays get the victory.
If you're wondering why Kevin Cash went out and got Shane McClanahan when he did, we're wondering the same thing. Let's listen in on Kevin Cash's press conference.
Well, Baker comes in at the top of the 8th, really gets you guys out of that jam. Just what can you say about his performance? 24 consecutive saves now.
Yeah, I mean, what a win, and we needed every bit of those pitches from him. I mean, the way he steps up, and we've talked about how selfless the entire bullpen is, and certainly him. I mean, that's a big ask right there. Come get the teeth of the lineup out in the 8th, and then go back out and try to finish it off in the 9th. But he was up for it. Kyle talked to him in between innings, and I figured I knew his answer was going to be that I'm staying in the game, but appreciate the heck out of it.
And for Shane, just talk about his performance today. I know he seemed a little bit upset, but it seemed like he also understood why he needed to come out.
Yeah, I mean, look, first and foremost, it's nice to have him back. And I think that was a close version to himself. He's had 15, 20 days down, whatever it is, but had good velocity on the fastball, good changeups. I mean, we just ran into a team that is seeing the ball very well, and they're making adjustments within the at-bat, and they, drove the pitch count up on him. But I thought Shane overall threw the ball very well.
And then just Johnny DeLuca, the way he was able to help you guys out here today, just what can you say about just his performance?
Yeah, I mean, happy for Johnny to be ready and then come through for us. I know the last 2 starts for him maybe wasn't as timed up at the plate as he would like to have been, but you got to flush it, move on, and he helped us with the biggest hit of the game.
the way that inning started with Walls, and then Yandy gets hit by the pitch, or
Yeah.
has a big hit. That seemed like one of those innings where everybody had the right at bat.
Yeah, I mean, and we had to because Cano's so tough. We've seen him for multiple years now and know that he's one pitch away because he can put the ball on the ground. Yandy getting hit by the pitch right there, set it up to get some lefties up there. Johnny falls behind 0-2 and then hangs in there and shoots the ball the other way to pick up the first run. And then they go to the lefty, which obviously makes total sense. Or Cammy had the. He's got that patented swinging bunt down. Yeah. Big inning.
Yeah. You mentioned before the game just needed to find a way to win this. Just how big was it just for the lift of getting out of this one?
Pretty big because, in the fifth and sixth inning, it wasn't feel like many things were going our way. I mean, they put some really good at bats on Wells there, and I mean the pitch that Alonso hit out off of him. I don't know how he does that. He's just a really special hitter. But the guy stayed at it, didn't get frustrated. I mean, I think that's probably a byproduct of knowing that we're a good team and we've kind of withstood some stuff in the past, and they just stayed at it.
And for Shane, what was kind of your decision at that point? Just the
he had thrown 30 pitches, 3 innings and 30 pitches in Durham. He's pitching on +1 to, I think he's right about 60 pitches. That's double the workload. Normally we don't even do that.
Before we go to break, I just want to ask you, because you've come back from injuries and things like that, do you think with what they're going to do with Shane down the stretch that he'll be fully stretched out by the time, let's hope, the postseason comes?
Absolutely. I think in 3 games he'll be fully stretched out. He's probably got 4 or 5 at least more starts. You're thinking about the time left in the season, and what they want is they want to sprint to the finish line. They need him healthy because not only do they need to continue to win and try to solidify their spot, winning the division, but they have to have him in the playoffs as well. So, of course, this is a good move, and they're probably working backwards from the last day of the season, how they can get him healthy, how they can get him stretched out in a good, healthy manner. And that's the plan for him right now.
All right, good on you, Shane McClanahan. We hope to hear from him. We'll have more interviews to come on Rays postgame. Say what you want about this offense. They sputtered the first few games of this series. They came alive tonight with 7 to get the win. 3 different Rays riding 8-game hitting streaks. We're back after this.